Think you know what it takes to buy a home in North Carolina? Most people don't. And that's why so many buyers make huge, costly mistakes they never see coming. From hidden expenses to overlooked opportunities, today we're diving into the do's and don'ts of buying here in Raleigh and across the Triangle. Some of these you may have heard before, but others will absolutely blow your mind. Stick around until the end because missing even one of these could cost you thousands. I will also talk to you about our free links to our free resource buyer and seller guides to help make your relocation process frictionless. Let's get into it. Too many people underestimate the cost beyond the purchase price. They focus only on the down payment and the monthly mortgage, but North Carolina has something special, which is called due diligence. It's different from earnest money. It's paid directly to the seller, it's non-refundable, and it can run from a few $100s to tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the competition. That's a shocker for anyone coming from out of state. My family and I learned this the hard way at the last minute when we moved here sight unseen from California 7 years ago. And it was a what in the world moment. Add to that the closing costs, often 2 to 3% of the purchase price, plus HOA fees, which can range from $50 a month in Clayton to over $400 in downtown Raleigh. Then there's insurance and property taxes, which have been steadily climbing as Wake County grows. But compared to where we came from in California, or other cities like New York, New Jersey, DC, and most of my friends up north, it will be low compared to what we've been used to. It's important to know this because if you're not budgeting for these, you're not budgeting correctly. Have you ever been caught off guard by hidden costs when buying a home? I would love to hear from you, so drop your story in the comments below so we can use it on one of our next videos. Now let's talk about jobs and commute. The Triangle's job market is incredible. We have Apple, Google, Pfizer, biotech, and healthcare, you name it. But here's the trap. People assume they can live anywhere and still have an easy commute. Wrong. Driving from Raleigh to Durham looks close on the map, but in rush hour, it's a whole different story. Folks buy in Johnston County because it's less expensive, but then they're stuck with the I-40 crawl, and it can be a bit of a grind. Your 30 to 45 minute drive can turn into an hour or more. But again, when we compare this to out west or up north, it's easy, but it's definitely something to look into before you purchase. I've seen people fall in love with Clayton only to realize they're spending an hour and a half in the car daily. On the other hand, a downtown Raleigh condo might look perfect until your job's in Cary or Morrisville and suddenly you're regretting that choice. Here's the reality. Over 200,000 new residents have moved into Wake County in just over a decade, and they all need to get to work. Commuting and planning matters to all of us. So let me ask you a question. What's the longest commute you'd be willing to tolerate if it meant getting that dream home that you love? We're boots on the ground and we can definitely assist you with this. It's definitely been a change in the 8 years that we've been here. My team and I would love to help you. If you have any questions about the Triangle, please feel free to reach out to us. Our information is right here on the screen. The next possible mistake is overlooking lifestyle trade-offs. A lot of buyers get caught up in square footage and yard size without asking how they'll actually live day to day. Downtown Raleigh has totally transformed, from rooftop bars like High Garden to the Raleigh Beer Garden with the world's largest beer list to chef-driven spots like Madre. If you're young and social, but you buy way out in Wendell just because it's less expensive, you're probably gonna regret it. On the flip side, if you got a family, you might think nightlife is exciting until you realize you really need the parks, the greenways, and the youth sports programs. In that case, you definitely want to be closer to Cary, Apex, and Holly Springs that thrive on community family-friendly vibes. Even within Raleigh, Glenwood South brings high energy, but it's also a lot of noise. While North Hills gives you shopping and entertainment at a higher price point. The key's simple: match your home to your lifestyle, not just your budget. So here's a question. Do you see yourself in a walkable urban area, or do you see yourself in a quieter suburban neighborhood with more space? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to share it with all the family that is watching. Schools can be another challenge. Whether or not you have kids, Wake County has one of the biggest school systems in the country, and they use a reassignment plan. What does that mean? That means just because your home is near a certain school doesn't guarantee your child will always get in. So many families here compete for spots in magnet or charter schools every single year, and private school tuition can rival college. Even if you don't have kids, school ratings impact resale value big time. A home in Cary with the top rated school nearby will hold its value far better than a similar home in a weaker zone. If you skip this research, you can easily cost yourself $50,000 or more down the line. Would school ratings play into your decision, even if you don't have children? Give us a call or check out niche.com and it will definitely help you with your decision. New construction is another area where buyers trip up a lot. The Triangle is booming with new builds. Wendell Falls, Flowers Plantation, Holly Springs, Knightdale, Apex, it's everywhere over the Triangle. But here's what most people miss. North Carolina is a buyer beware state. Builders, they don't have to disclose everything. Their seller agents that you think are on your side are not. They're on the seller side. I've seen issues with erosion, drainage, foundation cracks, just to name a few. You absolutely still need to get inspections on new homes. Pricing is another trap. That low advertised base price looks nice. But once you add granite countertops, screened-in porches, and extra bathrooms, you could be tens of thousands of dollars over budget. And not all builders are the same. D.R. Horton, Lennar, Eastwood, Brookfield, each have different reputations for quality and service. If you don't know the builder, read the fine print and bring in someone local who knows the process. You could definitely regret signing that contract quick. Then there's the mistake of assuming the Raleigh market is still inexpensive. It really isn't. Yes, there was a cooling off period back in 2023, but prices have bounced back. Raleigh's median home price is $470,905 as of August 2025. Clayton is going to be in the low 400s. Wendell is closer to $430K. Cary and Apex are pushing 600 plus. Out-of-state buyers are still rolling in with cash, especially from California, New York, and Florida. If you're planning to lowball or think homes will just sit for months, you might be frustrated, or worse, priced out. The key is updating your expectations and having a strategy for today's market, not yesterday's. Here's another trap: underestimating community and lifestyle fit. The Triangle isn't just one big city, it's a collection of unique places. Raleigh's the capital, full of culture and growth. Durham has that artsy, foodie edge. Cary and Apex feel suburban and upscale with golf courses and planned communities. Then there's Clayton, Wendell, Garner, and Zebulon that are more small town charm but changing fast, and they all have their unique nuances. I've had clients who were leaning towards the affordability in Zebulon, then realized they wanted the energy of Raleigh. Others thought downtown Raleigh was the ticket and quickly realized they wanted a yard and neighborhood events. Picking the wrong fit isn't just inconvenient, it's expensive, and without the right guidance can be a horrific roller coaster. Selling and buying, again, costs real money. So tell me, if you had to pick one vibe, urban, suburban, or small town, which one feels like home for you? Put the vibe that you like in the comment section to let us know. The last big mistake is skipping long-term planning. What does that mean? This area is changing faster than most people realize. The I-540 loop expansion is shifting traffic and property values. A high-speed rail line is in the works that will connect Raleigh to Charlotte and eventually Washington, D.C. Downtown Raleigh is rezoning and developers are building high-rise towers left and right. If you don't pay attention to the future plans and don't have someone guiding you through, you could end up next to a highway project or miss out on the appreciation happening in places like Holly Springs. When my family moved here from California almost 8 years ago, We had no idea how quickly things would change. The folks who bought in Apex or Holly Springs early on have watched their values double. That's the power of long-term planning and having people boots on the ground. So there you have it, 8 of the biggest mistakes buyers make in North Carolina, especially here in Raleigh and the Triangle. From underestimating costs to overlooking schools, lifestyle, and future growth, each one can cost you serious money and major stress. But here's the good news. Every single one of these can be avoided with the right planning and the right local guidance. That's exactly why Brandy and I do what we do. When we came from California with our family sight unseen, we had to figure all this out the hard way. Now we use that experience to help other families save time, save money, and make smarter choices. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or relocating, reach out to us. We would love to help. Call, text us, or email us anytime. Our number again is right here on the screen. Also, don't forget to grab our free buyer and seller's relocation guides. The link is in the description of the video and the homepage of our YouTube channel. If you're not ready to move yet, no problem and no pressure. Make sure to check out our future videos and also our sister channel, Life in Raleigh NC. Also, please subscribe so you never miss an update on the Triangle's housing market. And before you go, I'd love to know which of these mistakes surprised you the most. Drop your answer in the comments, and until next time, we'll see you on the next video.